Well, here we are, guys, the end of the Malaysian Dreams for October, November 2025. And I have to admit, this place, coming to Malaysia, it really is my part of paradise. You know, I really have found my part of heaven here in Malaysia. It's the fact that there's a lovely decorum here, there's an easygoingness to Malaysia. The people aren't stressed. You know, when I compare to going back to London and the stress that I'm going to have to face tomorrow, I reach London, I leave at 10 past 10 in the morning here in Kuala Lumpur, with a 4.5 hour layover in Qatar, and I'm back in London at 10 p.m. at night, and then I have work at 6 a.m. Well, having this refresher of my mind, and I really feel I'm an open canvas now here. You really need to broaden your horizons and open your mind to a different possibility. Now, I'm not saying for everyone Malaysia is their dream. Of course, there's guys out there and you know, let's go to Thailand, let's really rip it up. But I think that's way too much for someone like myself. I know what I like to handle. I'm here, I've got a lovely connection here in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, in Sri Petaling. I'm a lovely wife, I have a brother-in-law, a lovely niece-in-law, a lovely mum-in-law. I have a connection here to the country, and I feel a part of the country, especially now that I can go through the home passport connections. I don't need to use the index fingers anymore for ID. It's an amazing feeling. So it's a life that's been built since 2018, since I first came here in April. And I feel I've built and built and built. And I think when you want to build a life, it's not like a fantasy in your head where everything's going to change overnight. It's step by step and assurance over assurance, and to be confident and assured that this is what I'm doing. Okay, some people will want to go to the Philippines, Thailand, Cambodia, you know, Vietnam. There's loads of places. I really do believe that somewhere in Asia is for you. One of them countries is your country. For me, it's Malaysia, Malaysian Dreams, the channel. Subscribe, like, the whole lot. But it's just, I really need this piece of heaven. I'm really happy. I open my heart and my mind to different experience. I thought outside my comfort level. You know, you need to really you know, step outside your bounds, challenge yourself in life. I'm 51 now, and if you don't do it now, you never will. I've traveled ever since I was young, 7 or 8, so I've always had that feel for trying to learn a different language, trying to discover places. I do believe that if you have children or whatever, what you do between 5 and 15 is integral to their development and what they're going to love and like. So I'm here now in Sri Petaling, amazing. I can still go to the KK over there and get a beer. I can still go down to the Boss Man and get myself a chicken tikka masala with naan bread with garlic or cheese sauce, whatever. It's amazing. In Malaysia, people don't like to sleep. They like to kind of, like, if you don't have a normal 9-to-5 job, a lot of people do the grab and Deliveroo service. You know, a lot of people do the cabs, you know, the grab cab and all this and that. A lot of people work towards their own flexibility in time. So a lot of people, they're up until now 2 or 3 in the morning, and they're up sometime around 10 or 12, maybe 2 during the next day, because most of the heat, like it was 27 degrees today, and it was just overcast. Well, it was a nice day actually. Yesterday was overcast. Today it was just beautiful. So that's the whole gripe. I love the UK. I want to go back to the UK. I want to work in the UK. I love my friends back in the UK. I have a life in the UK, but I also have a life here in Malaysia. I have a connection, and I think somewhere down, I'm 51, 9 years time, 15 years time, 20 years time, I'll be retired, but I'll have the building blocks of this. That's over here is Oxford. I'll just point, well, that's Oxford. That's where we had a lovely tower of beer. Self-pour your 3 litres of beer. So I've had a few tonight. Watched the football, Man United versus Spurs, 2-2. So that's the Vince Wega draw there, you know, like I'm happy. I'm just relieved, you know. I have such heart and spirit. Like, I spent 25 years of my life supporting United. Then the last 2 supporting United, and then other 49 years supporting Spurs. Or, sorry, 49, but 29. You know what I mean? So I have a thing, you know, people know that. But I love the football tonight. It ended the draw, happy. But generally, over the whole thing, I'm just so happy and content to go back to London, to graft away, work away, prove myself again, you know. 2 weeks away on holiday, and people think, well, you don't want to work in here. I'll graft. I'll get back into the jizz again, definitely. But coming to Malaysia and having this, like, I was here in March 2025 for about a couple of weeks, about 12 days. I've had 14 this time. You know, just keeping a connection, the whole thing. And we've done an awful lot in the last few weeks. You've seen that I've went on the monorail, the light rail transit, for the first time ever since I never tried public transport. We've only used bus, or sorry, not bus. Well, we never actually used a bus. We've only used car or transport or whatever. We've not used any. This is the first time we've used rail. I have a restaurant review from Ginger to come. I have to get that out. I have this video, the wrap-up video of Malaysian Dreams for this period. In the future, I will be living here more full-time when you retire and getting everything settled up. 51 now, too early now, full of vim and vigor. We have a lot going in this part of the world. And look, you know, I think everybody, if you haven't been to Asia or you haven't been outside your comfort zone in life, I suggest you do. My comfort zone in life started in Lithuania, actually, in November 2025. And then the following month, in December 2025, I went to Ukraine. And I spent like about a good 6 or 7 years in Ukraine. I was going to settle in Ukraine. But when Brexit happened in 2016, my price of the pound went down. And instead of having 20 grand to spend to buy an apartment in Kiev or Lviv or Kharkiv or Odessa, wherever, I didn't mind. Ternopil, you know, life is good in Ternopil. You know, it went down to about 12k. I mean, my money wasn't worth, so that got me out of Ukraine, and I felt I had no future there at the minute. I have a lovely godson over in Ukraine. I have connections to Ukraine. I always will have connections to Ukraine. But things happen for a reason in life, and maybe this was the reason. You know, the war happened then, you know, 3 years ago, and it's been a nightmare ever since there. I hope one day to go back, but I will go back with my friends in Ukraine who live in Spain. We'll go back together one day, and we'll you know, yeah, це дуже добре, люблю Україну. Я трошки розумію українську мову. Я дуже люблю. Це мій країна. Це добрий день. Це дуже викари. You know, it's a будь ласка. Не до побачення. That's bye-bye. But yeah, I have a Ukrainian proficiency. I have a troszkę tut of Baruski, which is handy. But here I am in Malaysia. Let's wrap up the video. Thanks guys for subscribing, liking my stuff. Wrapping up, I just want to say that if you haven't been outside your comfort zone and going to a place like you've never been to, like I was never in Lithuania or Latvia or Ukraine before 2015. I hit 40, I don't know, about 2012-ish, around then, and everything changed then. and I decided that's it. I'm going in reverse, and I'm going the opposite way to what I was. Now I'm a much better person. I feel more complete. I've found and discovered what I want in life because I was open to the whole world. I'm an international person now. And if you're listening and you've never traveled, you've never been, or you've never had even a passport yet, or you need to plan and do something and shake yourself up and see what comes out. I shook myself up. Yeah, you'll have mishaps. Yeah, it's fearful. Don't be smart. Don't be daft. Trust your instincts about people. When I went to Ukraine, I had like hundreds and hundreds of friends, but I realized all you need is about 2 or 3 good friends, not hundreds of friends, because a lot of them are there to kind of, times are going good friends, if you know what I mean. They won't be there in the bad days, and that's the people you want, or the friends that you make in life, the people that will stand through you thick and thin. And now being 51, I know the people that I can trust thick and thin, which is great. Trust me, it saves an awful lot of time. But that's it anyway. Hope you like my channel. It's all going to be genuine, open stuff. I'm going to grab myself a quick beer. I've got a flight in about 4 hours. Well, 10:10. It's about 3:30 now. I need to get a bit of sleep, and then there's the flight back to the UK. Well, I hope to be back here around maybe February. We were looking at, me and the wife have to get different passports, new passports done now. We're getting the visa sorted again, where she can come and live and work in the UK. And there you go. But just don't let fear rule your life. Sometimes allow your heart to call the shots here and there. Your heart won't get it right all the time, of course, and you're more vulnerable with the heart. You're more protected with the mind. You go and rule your life by your mind. Yeah, you're more protected. Yeah, I understand. But to me, that's kind of not living life, what you're meant. Sometimes you need to find the mishaps, the down and outs, to find out which people are right and wrong for you, to give your commitment and to here and there, and to realize what's for you. You need to kind of take risks in life. Not crazy risks, but seriously, you can't live with the mind only. I lived with my heart after 40, and it's seriously, it's just the best thing I've ever done. So guys, I'll let you go with that. There's not much more to round up. Hopefully I'll be back again in February here in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. And I'll have loads more shorts and a few more videos to put through. Since I've been here April 2018, I'll have loads more shorts, show you loads more places. I've actually visited, all genuine footage, all genuine me, Vince Wega, over and out here in Sri Petaling, Kuala Lumpur. God bless, and wish me luck tomorrow. Long old flight. Sayonara.